Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here to do the weekly reading for Pisces. Pisces, if the reading doesn't fit, don't wear it. Doesn't feel like your reading, move on. Okay, we have the Moon card coming out, which actually is the card of Pisces in Cancer. So that's quite interesting, that's jumping out for you at the beginning of your reading. It's a good sign, a good omen when a card does that, because it says to me that you are sitting in your element this week. That means you're being true to who you are. All right, let's see where we're going with this. We are using the Jour de Vivre Tarot here, and we have the World card coming out. Okay, that's why you're getting the Moon. So two major arcanas coming through. The World card talks about the completion of something. It's bringing something full circle here. It can talk about overseas travel, which is highly unlikely in our current climate, but possibly something you may be doing. But it's about completion. It's about bringing something to an ending. So the World is the last card in the major arcana deck, which means that you have completed all of your lessons. And maybe that's why you're standing in your energy here with the Moon. Although it could mean too that you've been through some sort of period of change here. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles coming through. There is something really nostalgic that's come to me here. Some sort of energy of the past. Something come through very, very quickly here. Something from my childhood that they're bringing up for me to share. And it's got something to do with school. So maybe you've completed school, or you've completed a course. Maybe you've completed some sort of work training. Maybe you're completing something to start something new. But it's got something to do with learning here. Seven of Wands. That's the card of not giving up on something. Okay, and then we have the Star. All right, I'm going to leave that mini read there because I'm going to focus on the reading. I feel like there's some of you here that have just completed something, or just finally resolved something that you have fought to get to that point of. So maybe it was something you needed to complete, or maybe it was something that you've been trying to complete for a very long time, but it's been increasingly difficult, and maybe you've had to fight very hard to bring about this ending. I feel like it has a lot to do with something that happened to you in the past. So whatever you're putting down here, whatever you're closing off, has a strong past influence. Now, for some of you, it may have been that you battled to complete something like a university degree. For others of you, I think you've had a lot of issues trying to complete something that has been holding you back. So, for example, a relationship that was perhaps not allowing you to move forward. You may have closed down something here in regards to a family situation. You may have closed something down here in regards to a romantic relationship, because you have come to the conclusion that it no longer serves you here. And I feel this has been very, very difficult to get to. All right, beautiful, because we have the Empress energy coming through here. So I feel like here you're ready to bring something new into the world. So if you've completed your university degree, sort of against all odds here, it might be that you are really firing on all four cylinders now and ready to move into the next stage. But I feel like for others of you, this may be the completion of something because you felt that you weren't growing or bringing something new in. So it may be that you felt that this relationship, this situation, whatever it was sort of done and dusted, but you knew you had to bring it to a completion. So even if it was something you're learning, maybe you already felt that you'd got what you wanted, but you had to complete the learning in order to move to the next stage. There is something here that needs to be completed. All right, so we have the King of Swords coming through with the Six of Wands. Oh, wow, and the Tower. I feel like for some of you here, it's a significant relationship or a significant event that you have brought to completion, because you have the Six of Wands here. The King of Swords for me can often represent divorce. So it may be that you've walked away from a relationship or separated from someone here because you've started recognizing something within yourself that the relationship wasn't giving you. So the Six of Wands is being recognized. It's a victory card, but it's about being seen for who you are. The Empress energy tells me that somehow or another you were being smothered by possibly a Libra, Gemini or Aquarius here, and you've managed to move away from that energy. The Tower says to me now it's a time for breaking down some old ideas, views or ways of seeing your world that are no longer serving you here. There is a walking away from the old to go towards the new. All right, we have the Five of Wands coming through with the Lovers card. You've made a choice between two people here. Between two people or two situations. Ten of Wands, putting down some sort of burden. I feel like for some of you here, you may have walked away from a situation to move towards something new here. I feel really strongly that this has created a great deal of conflict in your life, but you've realized now, this is for me gone beyond its use by date. And the Tower says to me that somehow or another the universe is backing you here. I feel that you've been through something here where you felt totally unrecognized and really unhappy in your situation, but you have rebirthed yourself here with the Empress. It's like you've brought yourself forth now and shown yourself to the world. I feel like for some of you, you could have severed some sort of relationship here, whether that is a love relationship or a family relationship. You've severed yourself from something that wasn't serving you, and you're now understanding personal power. Four of Swords coming through, King of Wands, Four of Cups. There is a need for you here to take time out with this Four of Swords. I feel like you've probably been through a lot more than what you imagined, and this is why you fought this ending. I feel like the ending that you saw coming was very much like it visualized, like you saw it. Sometimes we see things and we avoid things because we know they're going to create a great deal of pain for us, so we avoid them. And I feel like the pain you thought this would cause has been the pain it's caused. But at the end of the day, there's this feeling of looking at yourself now and realizing that you've done it for all the right reasons. I feel somehow or another, whoever this was, you are starting to understand why you did not want to keep taking their cup or the offers they were giving you. I feel like it's sort of like stymied your passion. I feel like you felt you haven't grown in this situation, and I feel like somebody else here is offering you something you can't get from this particular situation. Something is closing out with the World card, and I feel like it's got to do with either putting work into something, or for some of you this could be to do with work, a job, or a study situation. But for others of you, it may be a relationship where you don't want to put the effort in anymore. I feel like you've been fighting the ending here, even though you know it was part of your destiny. And the Ten of Cups is here. So I feel strongly you are moving on to something new. The Lovers card says to me you've made some sort of choice here. Now for some of you it may be the choice to move forward. For others of you it may be the choice to move to another situation. I feel like the cup you're being offered here is no longer full. So the cup you're being offered is empty, and I feel like you're after a full cup here, possibly with a Leo, Sag or Aries. Strong Scorpio in this reading, as well as Libra, Taurus energy. But there is a real strong feeling here of moving away from something because you've recognized that it is not benefiting you here. Two of Coins with the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Coins. You want to give an offer to someone else. Wow, okay. I feel like here with the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune, this is something destined, especially with the Lovers card. So it's like you want to make an offer to someone else, but you had to bring balance into your own life first. This has been a slow process here as well. The Nine of Swords. I feel like the pain of leaving is the reward of getting into something new that you want to put work into. I feel like this completion has been really difficult for you, but somehow or another they're saying the pain of leaving is worth the new investment. So I think you've started to realize that. I feel like you've started to understand that where you are has been very, very difficult, and that you need to move forward in order to have what you want. The Seven of Pentacles, you've been manifesting. The Emperor, we have the Emperor and the Empress here, and the Six of Cups. Some of you going back to somebody in your past here, somebody that you feel that you have a very strong connection with. I feel like you're leaving behind either some sort of situation or relationship that was no longer serving you, but I feel like this has taken a long time. Could have taken years for some of you here to leave something behind, but I feel like you've realized now that staying in that situation was not serving you, because you're moving back towards somebody here with that Lover's card that's destined for you. I just want one more. Three of Wands. Yep, you're focusing on the future now. You're waiting for your ships to come in. I feel like you've been really battling through something here to finalize or complete something. And I feel like you finally achieved that, and now you're freed up to go after your dreams. All right, I'm going to read two cards here as I did for the others. I'm going to give you some advice here first from the Animal Spirit deck, which will help you with your personal growth. All right, we have the Crow. That's funny because I've been seeing crows all morning. I feel like I need to take a message from this as well. All right, and then I open the book on the page. This is about being spiritually strong, creative and watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind eye the three realities, past, present and future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends and regular self-study. This is about having clarity. This is about being very clear about the direction you want to go in. But it's also about balancing those two pentacles with a healthy body, mind and soul. It's about having your own body in sync with your mind. So very important at the moment, if you're going through this energy, that you are taking care of yourself here. The crow sees beyond. The crow sees beyond what they are currently going through. They understand that what they can see is the future or beyond what is currently happening for them now. Okay, and I have the Gatherer coming through. All right, card 21. Before we cultivated grains, we collected the wild bounty of nature. The gatherer finds abundant seeds, nuts, berries and wild greens where the ordinary person sees only barren soil. The gatherer is the provider, the forager and the gardener who collects roots and vegetables for the long winter when game is scarce. She does not hoard, trusting the bounty around her. Look at the resources you already have close at hand. This is a time of abundance. Everything around you is ripe and ready for harvest. Banish the notions of scarcity that have limited your choices and coloured your destiny. Pack your food for the winter and start with the low-hanging fruit that is all around you. I feel like here that perhaps you've been stuck in some sort of limitation here while you've been trying to move past the energy of this, closing down whatever it is or letting something go here, completing something. So I feel like you're in this energy of a scarcity mindset. Both these cards tell me that you need to really focus on your own health and looking after yourself. So no matter what happens, be really focused on what you need, your body needs, and what you need to get through. Because it's sort of very much about opening your heart and seeing beyond the current conditions. but because you've come through something very difficult here, I feel like at the moment you're focused on what you've ended rather than what you have in front of you. So it's really asking you here to take care of yourself and be focused and grateful about what is coming here. Thanks, Pisces.